So with only one FA Cup fixture left, I may have changed my ideas for chip strategy going into the blanks and doubles. So in this video, we'll discuss how the FA Cup fixtures affect Blank Game Week 31, and then we'll also talk about my transfer strategy leading up to Game Week 31 in this video. But before we do that, please check out our sponsors of this video, OneFootball. OneFootball is the perfect app for you fantasy football fans or football fans in general. This is an app for iOS and Android that you can download and customize to give you the updates and the news that you want to hear. So make sure to check out the top link in the description down below, and let's get on with the video. So guys, now with only one fixture left to play, which is Derby versus Manchester United, we have a very good idea of which fixtures will be blanks in Game Week 31 and which will be confirmed to feature in Game Week 31. And as you can see now, the Derby and Manchester United game doesn't actually have any bearing on what games will be in Game Week 31. Also, so you guys are fully aware, Man City versus Arsenal will be added to Game Week 29, so that is now a double game week just around the corner for Man City and Arsenal assets. But back to Game Week 31, and my initial strategy was to free hit in Game Week 31, just so I wouldn't have to worry about who does and doesn't play in this game week. But with the results from the FA Cup fixtures, my opinion has slightly changed. Now we'll just quickly go over what has happened to Game Week 31 now that we have most of the FA Cup results. And as you can see, on the first screen, we have 4 confirmed blank fixtures now. With Chelsea beating Liverpool and Man City beating Sheffield Wednesday, that game is confirmed as a blank. With Sheffield United going through, their game against Manchester United is confirmed as a blank. Leicester beat Birmingham, so their game against Brighton is confirmed as a blank. And Arsenal did beat Portsmouth early in the FA Cup fixtures, which means Southampton-Arsenal is also a blank. For me, there's some bad news in there because, of course, we do have the likes of Danny Ings, Jamie Vardy. We now have Perez and Barnes as well. We have O'Connell from Sheffield United. And then we have Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. So a few players blanking because of that game week, which I was expecting, which was why I wanted to free hit. But if we go to the other fixtures in the game week, we can see that 2 more fixtures are blanked, and that is Norwich versus Everton, because Norwich did beat Spurs on penalties last night, and also Newcastle beat West Brom, meaning Newcastle versus Aston Villa is a blank. But the killer for me is the fact that Chelsea versus Liverpool went the way it went, which means Liverpool do not blank. Now, most people have 3 Liverpool. Now, some like me have only 2, but that is a big chunk of players in someone's squad that are featuring now in Game Week 31, which makes me feel like using free hit doesn't give me that advantage over the majority of players or any player that doesn't have it. Tottenham is also playing in Game Week 31 against West Ham now because they lost to Norwich, and Spurs are a decent side to get some assets for Game Week 31, although I've personally gone off on Spurs a little bit, but of course I went off on Spurs when Dele Alli turned up and got an assist. I still do have Serge Aurier. So overall, we have some players that are playing in Game Week 31, but I think a lot of sides will have around 5 or 6 people playing, and they can easily, in 2 game weeks, get to 8 or maybe even 9 for Game Week 31. The other confirmed fixture for Game Week 31 are, of course, Wolves versus Bournemouth. That was always confirmed, as well as Burnley versus Watford. And I think a lot of people have Wolves players as well. Some people have Burnley. Some people have gone with Watford with the likes of Ismail Sarr because they have had some decent attacking output recently. So I now worry that a lot of people are going to have a decent-ish side for Game Week 31, and it isn't as bad as it could have been for some managers, especially with Liverpool getting knocked out. So what does that mean for my side personally? And hopefully this insight gives you some help for your FPL sides as well, which if it does, please do make sure to subscribe to this video and like it as well. Share it out as well. You guys shared out my chip strategy video amazingly last time, so much appreciated for how many of you shared that video. If we can do it on this video as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. And hit that notification bell thing as well, because apparently you don't always get notified of someone's videos when you subscribe. But looking at my side, we can see we have some players that are confirmed for Game Week 31 already. We have Pope, we have Trent, we have Doherty. Traore is a bit of an issue. We have Aurier, we have Salah. But then, of course, blanking are Ings, Calvert-Lewin, Perez, Barnes and Bruyne. And then if we look at my bench, we can see that Vardy is also blanking, O'Connell is blanking, and then Rico is playing. That leaves me with 7 players that will feature, hopefully, as long as they start in Game Week 31. With free transfers, I can make that to 10, but the caveat there is, do I want to take advantage of this double game week? If I do try and take advantage of double game week 29, that potentially leaves me only 2 transfers, and I've added a player that will blank in game week 31. So it's a bit of a conundrum for me personally. I was hoping Liverpool would win their fixture and then Man City win theirs to add Liverpool's game as a blank in double game 31, which would have made the free hit chip strategy seem perfect for me for game week 31. I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea what my transfer will be now because of double game week 29. I am, like most FPL managers, tempted by the double game week. I have De Bruyne. I wouldn't mind an Arsenal player as well, purely because of the West Ham fixture, and it's possible for me to get to Aubameyang for someone like a Jamie Vardy, which doesn't seem like such a bad move. But I also would like to get ready for game week 31, so I can use my free hit for game week 34 or 37, which will most likely be the double game weeks. That way I could potentially have 2 full-on attacks on the double game week fixtures to boost myself up the rankings. So I'm at a conundrum. It's either going to be a transfer to a Wolves player. I don't like Traore, so Traore will be coming out at some point. Do I hold on to him for blank game at 31, or do I move him on? Despite the fact his team is playing in game at 31, I do want Jimenez or Jota in the side, but also I would like someone like Aubameyang, like a Pepe, or maybe another Man City player like Mahrez in my side as well for this double game week. So it's difficult. I don't know what move I'm going to make. I also am a bit disappointed that I've now got 3 Leicester players as well, which was a knee-jerk move when I heard Jamie Vardy would possibly be out for game week 28. So it's almost tempting to wildcard as well. I have a lot of thinking to do on this side. I don't want to come on this video and say these are the transfers I'm definitely going to consider, and it'll be one of these moves. I am in limbo at the moment with this side. But I have gone over the moves I have considered so far, and hopefully that has helped you with your transfer strategy moving into the tail end of this season. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video as always. Thank you for the recent support on some of the videos. The chip strategy video did amazingly well. If we can do that again on this video, thumbs up to you guys. Also, check out the links in the description down below, including the top link for OneFootball, who have been gracious enough to sponsor this channel and help this channel out in 2020. So thank you to them. Go show them some support by clicking their link in the description down below. I've been JNO. This has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.